So I'm going to Photoshop and click on new file and click on here book front cover, and then here I'm going to change these pixels to inches, and here I'm going to change the values from 13 inches to 6 inches, and here I'm going to change the height from these to 9 inches, which means my book front cover width is 6 inches and height is 9 inches. According to you, like you can take anything, I just taken this information based on my needs. So you can take any aspect ratios, but make sure that that will be useful and in a specific way. Here I am going to take the resolution around 300 pixels and click on create. So since this is a digital platform, I am just creating everything for a digital platform itself. So then we can move it to next one. So this is my book front cover. Now I would like to design this based on my needs. So first of all, what I'll do is I'll just go to Google, and here I'm checking for this image. So this is my content, and for this content I would like to add this image as a focal point or imagery. So I'm just opening this image in a new tab, and you can see this is the image, and click on copy and going to Photoshop and pasting it here. So this is my focal point or imagery, and just aligning it to the center just like this. So aligning it to center of the frame and just making in a particular part. So this is my part of adding it. Then I would like to add some more details here, which is this using this rectangle field. I'm just adding a basic rectangle here and changing the details to something just like this, some fill color to some grayish yellow color. So I would like to add some grayish yellow color here, so that will be more focal. So this is my rectangle. I can tell the bottom part of this cover, and I would like to write it here. Double click and just writing. Now this is fine. So this is my imagery. I'm just dragging this from topmost layer to down, so I can see the details here, and I'm just aligning this using Ctrl T and just dragging just like this. Now it's time to add some more details for this. So I'm just adding the background color, creating a layer and adding a color to this. So the color will be around yellowish color, something just like this. So this is my yellowish color. I'm just adding it here. That's it. Now I would like to add something which make this design extraordinary. I'm just adding this ellipse here, and the stroke should be something just like this, and aligning this to center just like this. And also I'm just adding this rectangle fill and selecting some other parts around just like this. That would be great, and changing this color to white. Since I would like to use everything in a white color, and you can see the magic here. Since I'm adding these layers in a particular way, so I can see the details just like this. That's it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just changing this shape to in a perspective way. Just click on Ctrl T and then right click, and you can see perspective. Then I'm changing the perspective way just like this, and aligning this every single part to design, and changing the details and aligning in a proper way just like this. And it's time to change this ellipse color too. So I'm just selecting this ellipse and changing the fill color to white. That's it. Now you can see this entire part is highlighted. So this king imagery image has been highlighted. So that's up to you. You can go with any type of details just like this, and changing this little more on the top. Yeah. So this looks fantastic. Now it's time to add some more details, or like you can just changing this perspective angle little bit more on the top, so I can see all the details here, and changing the details a bit more, just like this. So it's time to add some more details like text and the details just like this. So also I'm going to add some more perspective here. So I'm just duplicating this layer using Ctrl J or Command J and adding it to the top just like this, and using Ctrl T I'm just flipping it to down and aligning it just like this. Now you can see this has been aligned properly, and I'm changing this perspective using the same thing using Ctrl T and then right click on it and click on perspective and change the details just like this. And here I'd like to increase this just like unlimited thing just like this and click on enter. Now I'm just changing this Ctrl T and yeah. Now I got the perfect style of the book cover which I am looking so far. Now it's time to add some more graphics, just like this should be shades are just like this. So for this purpose I'm just selecting this layer and creating a new layer on top of this, and then using command or control just click on this rectangle one copy and it will be selected just like this. Use black color and click on OK, then use the brush and just change the brush details from hardness to 0 and size to something just like this, around 200 pixels or more. You can use the same using brackets just like this. I'm just increasing, and what I'm going to do is I'm just adding a basic shadow just like this only for this image itself, and changing the opacity to a little more just like this. That's it. Now you can see when I increase this image, automatically it looks so proficient in details. And if you want to remove the size, you can remove it. You can just change the shape just like this. Now how cool it is looks like this. It looks like a 3D object which is shown on the top. Now it's time to add some more details like text and a title of this book cover. So to create that, what I'm going to do is I'm just duplicating this background using Ctrl J or Command J and changing these values. So selecting this background and changing these filters to stroke, adding some stroke here and click on color to white and click on OK, and the size would be around just like this and click on OK. As of now you cannot see because this is in the bottom part, and remove the fill color, and when I dragged on top you can see the text fill. So when I increase this opacity just like this, you can see these colors etc. So this is how I can add some more details for this, and if you want to increase on top just like this you can increase it. Yeah, now this looks perfect for me for the entire design. Now it's time to add text field for this design. So to add text field, I'm just selecting this text and click on it and adding the mind of. So I'm just breaking the title in multiple details so that I can make it in a proper way, something like this. I'm just using this font, or you can use any font like this. So I'm just using this font as of now, and using alt option and command I'm just click on it OK and then click on it. Yeah, now it looks perfect for me. Now it's time to change some colors here, so I'm just changing the color to something around this color, the dark color in this, just like this, and click on OK. And there are some more text fields here. I would like to add that too using Command J or Control J. I'm just duplicating the same layer just like this, and using Control T, moving this to bottom just like this, and double click and change the name to, yeah. Now I have changed the name. Now it's time to add this Bebas font, and I'm just checking the suitable fonts which is very necessary and very useful for this. That's it. So I'm just checking this leader and just clicking on this and changing the color to complete black and resizing it in a proper way just like this, and click on OK. That's it. So now you can see the hygienic view of this entire book cover. Now it's time to add some supporting text here. To add supporting text, what I'll do is I'm just click on this font text size again and just adding some details just like this. I'm just choosing this Muli font, or up to you, like you can choose anything, any font, that's up to you. Like I'm just choosing this font and changing the font size and adding the text here. So this is the text I would like to add it here. So this came out of this frame. So what I'm going to do is I'm just decreasing this font size using Control T or Command T and change the font size just like this. So no matter what, you can change it, that will be changed in this here. So I'm just realigning this entire process using select all these fields and changing it just like that. On selecting all these, I'm just changing it. That's it. Now one more thing we can add it. So if we want, we can add a author name too. So I'm just adding an author name too. So something like this is the author name. So this is how we can create a front cover of a book cover in Photoshop.